And we're back, second take on the Merc Magni. Come over here to my pot. My pot. So, the thing's been reducing now for a little over an hour and a half. And I want to get a good look at this and show you what, before it was all soupy and now it's really, really thick. Get this nice, really thick, it's almost like a paste now. And this is called the Moses trick. When you're making a sauce and cooking, what I'm going to do is put the ladle on one side and just bring it straight across, and if the sauce doesn't immediately collapse over, if you get this little parting of the Red Sea here, that shows that it's reduced enough. You've got it close enough now where this is perfect. Anything more than this and you get this miserable thick paste that it's not really what we want. Anything less than this is too close to a soup or a jus even. So this is really, really nice, really thick, and you can get the spices have gone down with it as well, so it's like it's really integrated and it smells great. I'm going to add some whipping cream, farmer owned, ultra pasteurized, blah 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 blah. Not going to add very much of this, and this is by feel, and it's going to have to reduce down as well. I'm not going to say add 1 cup here, add 2 cups there, whatever. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to actually try to I can't hold the pot and the camera, so you got to watch this stir around a little bit worse than it would be. Sorry. Just stir it here. It's nice. Why am I talking like a pseudo-Italian? I have no idea. Alright, so now we get this, and it's just a little bit less than, it's still very red, and I don't want it very red. I want to add a bit more cream. I want it to be closer to pinkish, because that's going to reduce down, is the point. When I add the cream, this is still going to reduce with the cream in it, so it's still going to be a very, very thick sauce, a very thick gravy. And stir that around some, get that going. Normally I'd have this whipped up. If I had 3 hands, see, this is where God really messed up. Why don't we have 3 hands? It's like you could drive and scratch yourself or something. I don't know, you know, whatever. So, there we go. It's getting closer to that color I want now. Alright, so now we're at a closer kind of I'm going to back up a little bit. Now we're at this closer shade of pink. It's not really as red as it was before. Looks a lot closer to, say, you know, literally Campbell's soup with cream in it or something. Which is the legend, is how this dish actually started. It's not true, but that's the legend. So now I'm going to let that reduce down just a little bit, and it's almost ready. And then we're going to add, I'm going to show you this. Why it's called butter chicken is we velvet out the sauce with butter, and this is literally 1 pound of solid unsalted butter, sweet cream butter, unsalted. Of course, I'm not going to add the full pound, but I am going to add, for what I've got here, I'll back off a little bit. So this is the size of the pot that I'm using. For what I've got in here, I'm probably going to add about half of that block. So 1/2 pound of butter goes into this to velvet the sauce out once it's reduced a little bit more. That's why it's called butter chicken. This is the final product. A lot of people don't take the step. A lot of people don't do, they won't put the cream in, or they'll leave out some parts, or they won't reduce it as much, and that's when you get that very thin, watery, broken sauce poured over plain chicken. They call it butter chicken. That's not butter chicken. Butter isn't the main event in chicken. It's the spices, the tomatoes, the cream, and then butter at the very finish. One last thing I'm going to talk about here is this. I'm going to take it out of the wrapper. This is jaggery. This is palm sugar. This is a block of it, really. It's not very big. I use about that much, a little less than half of it. Let's say 1/4 of it. To sweeten that, if I want it sweeter than this. I'm going to taste it in a minute, because remember the original curry base also has some palm sugar in it, also has some jaggery in it. So when this gets good and cooked, I'm going to taste it, find out if it needs to be sweeter. I can already tell you it does not need to be hotter. I've put so much chili garlic sauce in this. Really, this could be used as shellac. Without the chili garlic sauce, it's the normal stuff you get in restaurants. With it, it's Bobby style. So, alright, we'll be back in a minute when this is finished reducing, and we'll bring out the chicken, cut it up, and I'll show you what to do from there.